Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we are diving into the research portion of our project as we look to understand the kind of work our rescue workers do so that we can help them decide what's the best energy device we can make for them that works for them while they're doing their job. Now, today's research portion is going to look maybe different than what we're used to, but we're going to be breaking down two important things. Number one is understanding how to use the Padlet to post your research. So today we're going to be using a Padlet where you can post what you learn about our rescue workers and how to use the research resources to help you find the best information. So, in other words, things to help you narrow down what you're looking at. So in the next task, you're going to be directed to open up our Padlet. That's going to look like this. And if you're reading our Padlet, it's called the Rescue Workers Research page. And your job is to post links under the topics that help us understand the type of work rescue workers do. So we have 5 different emergency topics. The first one is natural disasters. The second one is terrorism and war. Third one is pandemic and health crisis. The fourth is large crashes, so planes, trains, and cars. And the fifth one is land and sea fires. Now, with that, we also have emergency topic number 6 if you find any unique information outside of your topic. So you're going to be researching one of these topics, and as you do, your job is going to be to post links underneath them to help us understand the type of work rescue workers do. So, for example, let's say you go into Google and you find a video of how, for example, firefighters respond to different land and sea fires. Let's say you find this video, a life lesson from a volunteer firefighter. And as you're going through, you're like, oh, this could help us understand what kind of device we can make for our rescue workers. You go to the link, you'll copy it in the very top of your URL, and then you'll hit the plus button. And all you'll need to do is click in here, post your link, and hit publish. That's it, okay? We just need to be able to see the link so anyone can go in, watch it, learn from it, and begin to understand how people respond to emergency land and sea fires, for example, with this video. Now, as you add more and more, you'll see the resources are going to pile up. And as you're researching your topic, your goal is to not only learn about how rescue workers do their job in those emergency situations, but to find resources that work for you and work for your classmates that really truly help you understand what they do. Now, over here on the left-hand side is our research resources to help you narrow down and find good sources. So as you're researching, so whether you're reading through an article or a set of topics from the CDC, whether you're looking through an infographic with pictures about, for example, natural disasters, or even watching a video, whatever you're looking at, okay, your resource should answer one of these questions. Number one, how do rescue workers move their bodies when doing their job? Remember, we need to create a device that allows them to move and capture their body's energy. What kind of things do rescue workers do when responding to the emergency? So, in other words, what do they do when they're at that fire? What do they do during those pandemic and health crises? What kind of things do rescue workers do to prepare or prevent an emergency? So, not just what are they doing during the emergency, what are they doing before and after? And then last but not least, what kind of tools and devices do rescue workers use when doing their job? If you find a resource, whether it's a video, an article, or an infographic, that answers one of these questions and does it in a way that makes sense, add it to our list. Put it in our research page. Now, as you're going through your research, there are different topics that are going to help you find what you need. Okay. If you Google rescue workers, you're going to need a lot of stuff. But rescue workers aren't the only way that we describe people who help out in emergency situations. We also call them first responders. That's another name for people who do rescue worker type of work. They don't just respond to different situations, they respond to emergency response situations. They do search and rescue. They provide emergency services and they respond to emergency situations. These are all different terms that if you Google in different ways, or if you look at in different YouTube video clips or in any different infographics, you're going to be able to find better or more information. So if you find yourself not being able to find good stuff, if you're Googling rescue workers, try using some of these terms in your search. Now, remember, as you're going through and researching, your job is to focus on resources that work for you. So Google is a good search engine, but that's not a source. Remember, YouTube has videos so you can watch what the research rescue workers do with different fires. You can go to different news clippings, whether it's websites or videos, to help you understand it. And remember, .coms and .orgs can all give us different information, but we need to make sure that whatever we find that works for us, we post in our page. So go ahead and take a second. Do you understand how to use the Padlet to post your research, whether it's that video, that article, adding that link by clicking the plus button? And do you understand how to use the research resources to help you find the information? So those are the type of topics you can search for. Those are the questions you should be answering. And those are the resources that you should use. Go ahead and complete the survey. If you put your X in yellow or red, reach out for help. Otherwise, good